All right. This is section 1.2 in Math 3. We're talking about systems of equations. We got 3 different ways to solve. We've already talked about substitution and elimination. So now we're going to talk about how to solve a systems of equation with graphing. So here's our first example. Y equals negative 3x plus 5 and y equals 2x minus 5. Okay? First question we have to ask ourselves is, what format are these two equations in? Slope-intercept. That's the easiest format. They're already giving you the slope, and they're already giving you the y-intercept on both of these. So this is as easy as I could make it. We're starting out easy and we'll get a little harder. Okay? Who can tell me how to graph this first equation here? Raise your hand. Raise your hand. G, tell me how to graph this first equation.
Don't you find negative 3 on the x-axis? Oh, you change the positive 3.
Nope.
I don't know.
Nope. Lindsay?
You mark a point at positive 5 on the y-axis.
This is your y-intercept. So that tells you to go up 5 on your y-intercept and put a hard dot. Okay, that's where the line, the linear line, crosses the x-axis. Excuse me, y-axis. All right, so then, Livesey,
You go down 3 and to the right.
remember that this is your slope, right? Change it into a fraction. Remember that your slope is rise over run. Okay, up and down, and then over right and left. Okay, so tell me again what to do here.
Go down 3 to the right.
Don't say over, which she didn't, but tell me up and down and right and left. Over is not a direction. So we go down 3, 1, 2, 3, and we go to the right 1. If I wanted to do it again, I would go down 1, 2, 3, and then to the right 1 again. This gives me 3 points, okay? And this, understand this is a hand graph. You're doing the best that you can, okay? If you wanted another point in the other direction, I didn't hit this very good. But if you wanted another point in the other direction, what could you do? What is the opposite of negative 3 over 1?
Up 3.
Up 3.
Up 3 and
To the left.
to the left 1. Very good. Up 3 and to the left 1 would be right here. So I can graph a line. That's old school. Everybody in here should be able to graph a line. Then we got to graph this one. Okay, we graph this one. I did it in black. I'll change colors here. I will do this one in blue. How do I graph this line here? Y equals 2x minus 5. Anna, tell me what to do here. Okay, so I start at the origin and then I do what? Down 5. You said it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there's my y-intercept on this line here. Okay, now what? That's why we're reviewing it. That's right. Up 2 and right 1. My slope is 2 over 1. 2 over 1. So I'm going to go up 2, 1, 2, and to the right 1. There's a dot. Up 2 and to the right 1. There's a dot. Looking pretty good. Up 2 and to the right 1 more, and there's another dot. So here's my additional line. Here's the 2 lines. I graph my 2 lines, my systems of equations. I graph the 2 lines. It looks like they intercept. Okay? I'm going to make an educated guess as to where I think they intercept. Okay? Because I don't know for sure. Why? Because this is a hand-generated graph. Right? If you had graph paper and rulers, it might be much more accurate. Okay? But on a hand graph, I'm making an educated guess that the 2 lines intercept where? What is the coordinates of that point? What do they look like?
2, 1.
2, negative 1. Isn't that in quadrant 4? Y's are negative in quadrant 4. So that's 2, negative 1. I'm thinking that it crosses about right there. 2, negative 1. In order to make sure that that's my answer, what do I need to do? I need to plug it in both equations to check it. So I need to plug it in here and here and see if it works. Plug it in here and here and see if it works. Let's check. What is negative 3 times 2?
Negative 6.
Plus 5 is negative 1. Negative 6 plus 5 is negative 1. Isn't that what I got? Okay, how about here? What is 2 times 2? 4 minus 5 is -1, so it checks. So my guess was correct because it checks in both places. So I graphed my two systems of equations, and how many answers did I get? How many places do they cross? One place. They only cross in one place. Okay, and so I have one solution. What is that solution? 2, -1. Okay, questions? Yes,
So
ma'am.
you're just only worried about the y.
No.
Because when you check it, you only check for -1.
No, I plugged in the 2 right there.
Oh.
And I plugged in the 2 right there. Kiki.
Will there ever be like fractions?
Yes, but I'll try to stay away from them because it's very difficult to do by hand. But that's why the guess and check at the end is so important. Okay? What could you always do to check if you got a fraction?
Eliminate.
You could go back and solve it using elimination. Okay? There's nothing wrong with that, but I want to see the graph. Okay? Questions? All right, I'm going to stop it there because we're at 6 minutes.